Join us in recognizing the North Lenoir High School's graduating class of 2020. We wish you the very best in your future. Congratulations.
Today we celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2020. This is an opportunity to acknowledge and honor the hard work that you have put forth over the past 13 years. Graduates, each of you has overcome the transitions from elementary school to middle school and from middle school to high school. All of you have been tested through multiple math classes, final exams, and late night studying after long practices. Many of you have battled in the athletic arena or in other forms of competition. What lies ahead of you when you leave here today is not much different. All of you will be making a transition. Some of you will be continuing your education, whether at Lenoir Community College or at another institution of higher learning. Some of you will be entering the workforce and perhaps begin the trade. Others will be joining our military to serve and protect our country. Life will continue to test you along the way. These tests come in the form of college exams, job performance reviews, relationships, etc. Many of you will find yourself taking on the responsibility of student, worker, spouse, and parent all at the same time. You can count on being tested not only on a daily basis, but multiple times a day. Each of you will continue to battle and compete, but the arena will not necessarily be on the athletic field. The competitions that you will face will be with your jobs, promotions, contracts, while the battles will be personal, financial, and spiritual. The message that I want to leave with you today is what you have heard for the past 4 years, and that is to soar. Strive for excellence in everything that you do. Offer peer support by building up others instead of bringing them down. Achieve success in everything that you set out to do. Respect yourself and others. Class of 2020, I have enjoyed getting to know you over the past 4 years. The one-on-one and small group conversations that we have had, whether in the cafeteria, the hallway, in my office, or in the courtyard, have been meaningful. I thank you for all that you have taught me. And now, on behalf of the faculty and staff of North Lenoir High School, I wish you the very best. You have earned your wings, and it is time to fly and leave the nest. Don't forget to soar, because we are hawks, and that's just what we do.
Thank you so much for that warm introduction. And thank you to Principal Respis for inviting me to share a few words with you today. I'd like to also thank Ms. Hewitt for all of her assistance. And to the rest of the administration, the staff, the faculty, and the North Lenoir High School family and friends. I want to, most of all, give a huge shout out and congratulations to the North Lenoir High School graduating senior class of 2020. Congratulations to you guys. I am so honored and excited to have the privilege to speak with you today. But first, I'd like for you to help me do something. Please join me in giving a thunderous, roaring round of applause to all of our amazing teachers. We appreciate all that they do. There's an African proverb that states, "It takes a village to raise a child." And those teachers are a major part of that village, along with the coaches, the counselors, the principals, Taekwondo instructors, music instructors, all of the community leaders that work to help mom and dad raise that child. So we appreciate you all and want to recognize you and tell you that we love you all. Thank you so much. Actually, frankly, the salaries for teachers should be the highest paid profession in our country, at least among the highest, in my opinion. With the contribution that they give to society and the impact that they have on our youth, which is our future, they should be some of the highest paid professionals in our country. And my name is Lee Cornegie, and I approve this message. No, I'm not a politician. I'm not here trying to solicit your vote. That's just my humble opinion. But I must say, as you know, obviously, things right now the way we're living are in very different times, to say the least. Just a few months back in February, it was business as usual. We were still planning our senior prom. We were still planning our senior trip. We were preparing for spring sports, and we expected a somewhat normal graduation service. And who would have known that just a couple of short weeks later, we were actually closing the schools? Now, I know a few of you at that time were saying, yeah, we get a couple of weeks out of school. That's nice. But then when it was decided that we had to close schools for the remainder of the entire year, we're like, what? None of us expected that. None of us obviously have experienced this before. But we just want to tell you that, we're really proud of the way that you're handling it. We know that you miss being around your friends and your classmates. We know you miss your teachers. Of course you miss your teachers, at least most of them. But we know you did not envision your senior year ending this way. But I just want to tell you to keep your head up, that you may not realize it now, but going through this adversity will certainly prepare you for any adversities you face in life as you move forward. So we just want to, again, tell you that you're a hero class. You have handled this entire situation with a stellar performance, and you all are champions. So make sure you keep your head up and stay confident in yourself. And again, not always things go as planned, but there's a lot of good that can come out of that. You have a lot of time on your hands right now. One of my trainers that gave me some additional information, he said, don't waste time. He said, time is more valuable than money. He said, you can always make more money, but you can't make more time. So use your time wisely right now. Take some time to think about how you want to contribute to the world. Think about the things and causes that you want to support. Think about things that you enjoy. Think about things you're good at. Think about things that you're interested in. Think about things you care about. Think about things you're passionate about. All of these thoughts will help you to determine your purpose and will help you determine what you would like to be involved in. I have a very important mentor that has taught me a lot over the years. God rest his soul. His name is Jim Rohn. And Mr. Rohn used to say, it's not what happens that determines your life future. It's not what happens that determines your life future. It's what you do about what happens. He says we're all in little sailboats, and the same winds blow on us all. The same winds blow on us all. The winds of disaster, the winds of opportunity, the winds of change, the economic winds, the social winds, the political winds. The same winds blows on us all. The difference in arrival in life is not the blowing of the winds, but the set of the sail. So we have to focus on setting our sail of better thinking, setting our sail of having a positive mental attitude, setting our sails for continuing to learn from the cradle to the grave, setting our sails to continue to embrace change to make things better. Also setting a sail of perseverance to continue to push through, even though things may not have gone as planned, or you may have run into some hiccups. So that perseverance is very important. And the way to do that is two things: correct some errors of the past and pick up some new disciplines for the future. Correct some errors of the past and pick up some new disciplines for the future. I was blessed and fortunate enough to make the North Lenore High School Sports Hall of Fame and was inducted just last year, class of 2019, just this past September. Thank you very much. I was a really good baseball player. I had a great glove, but I was even a better hitter, really good hitter. But believe it or not, when I first started playing baseball, the first time I went to bat, I did not hit a home run. And I know you find that hard to believe, Hall of Fame great hitter, but I did not hit a home run the first time at bat. But I'll tell you what else I did not do. I did not quit. I came back, I made some changes, I made some adjustments. I remember my father, who just transitioned from us about 5 months ago, just before Christmas. May his soul rest in heaven. He would say, Widen your stance a little bit. Get a little bit closer to the plate. Hold your bat up and get your bat back and keep your eye on the ball. So making those changes, I began to have a lot more success at the plate and became the best hitter in nearly all of the teams that I played on. If you want things to change, you have to change some things. If you want things to change, you have to change some things. The definition of insanity is expecting a different result while doing the same thing. So we don't want to be insane. Now, as you move towards adulthood and as you pursue your dreams and goals, you will at some point along that way take on the attitude from one of our urban philosophers, Snoop Dogg. He says you'll have your mind on your money and your money on your mind. And you will pursue certain endeavors to try to make that happen. And a lot of times when you're pursuing those endeavors, not everything will go as planned. It will sometimes seem like you have failed. But just know that the road to success is paved with failures. And I say quote unquote failures because it's really not a failure unless you quit. When you have something that doesn't go your way, you make changes and you go back and try again. I work with a group of gentlemen. We don't use failure at all. We say we either win or we learn. And we make those changes and we go back and improve. I worked with a gentleman in the past. His motto, very positive, successful gentleman, his motto was, I will until. He said, I will continue to pursue my goals and work towards my dreams until I have achieved that success. I will until. And he did it with focus. You have to be focused. Focus. You have to follow one course until successful. Follow one course until successful. And so you probably have heard of a cleanser called Formula 409. It's an interesting story of how it got its name. There was two young scientists out of Detroit back in the 50s who were on a quest to come up with the best grease-cutting, dirt-destroying, bacteria-killing cleanser that they can come up with. They put the first mixture together, and it was not successful. They put several additional mixtures together that was not successful. They came up with additional concoctions that did not work. And as you could probably imagine, it wasn't until the 409th batch that they reached satisfaction. Hence the name Formula 409. If that's not perseverance, I don't know what is. And they actually represented a quote from another one of our urban philosophers out of Canada, Drake. He said, they started from the bottom and now they're here. So as I close, I just wanted to let you know that continue to believe in yourself, to continue to believe in what you're doing, to continue to be mindful of the way you think and be mindful of the way you speak to yourself. So I'll leave you with my last favorite quote, and it's from Henry Ford. And he says, whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. Whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. So guys, have a great time celebrating on your Zoom parties and your house parties. Continue to stay safe and healthy. And again, congratulations to the North Lenoir High School graduating senior class of 2020. Thank you so very much.
Congratulations to North Lenore High School's 2020 graduates.